And that's because sugar is just as addictive as cocaine. And if you don't believe,
Hello, carnivore hunters. This is Doug.
hey, and this is Rick. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Doug,
Yep.
what do you call a deer with no eyes?
I don't know.
No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
What?
Still no idea.
Wow.
Okay,
Alrighty.
carnivore hunters. Say, so are you still struggling with saying no to sugars and processed foods? There's a reason for that, and that's because sugar is just as addictive as cocaine. And if you don't believe us, we're going to stick a link at the bottom in the description for you to check out. It's pretty amazing study.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. And other epidemiological reports have shown that a consumption of sweet products in children and adults, especially in reproductive age and in pregnant women, can lead to the susceptibility of the offspring's health to diseases early in life, and also in adulthood and proneness to even mental disorders.
Right. And even with the testimonials we've heard from other carnivores and the improvements we've seen in our own health has convinced us that you need to have that initial willpower. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight is willpower. But you need to have that initial willpower in the first couple of weeks of carnivore to help you break those bad habits.
Yeah, for sure. We both struggled in our first month or so with, cravings for sugars and processed foods, and mine was particularly bad because I went into carnivore kind of cold turkey. Like I literally had cake one night and then went went all carnivore the next day. And I had the full on like sugar withdrawals.
Yeah, you know what made it really difficult for me, Doug, is at work. It's all these cubicles lined up in a row, right? And man, I'm telling you, every other cubicle has a bucket or a basket of some sort with all the chocolates and the mints and just all these sweets. And I was guilty of it. I haven't filled mine up in a few months because I'm like, why do I want to poison somebody else if I'm not willing to
Right.
poison myself? And man, I wish I could. Actually, I probably could take a picture of it. It's just with all the IP where I work, it's I think I could probably get myself in trouble. But I literally every other cube there's a bucket or a basket with Snickers, $100,000, you name it. It's just
Yeah.
candy everywhere, and
Oh
I
yeah.
had to walk by that and fight those temptations.
Yep, I've worked in my share of offices with the cubicle farm and and all the
Yeah,
horrible food that comes along with that. Hey, maybe you can get those sugar-free beef sticks from Costco and put those in your bucket. Um, but anyway, guys, how do you boost willpower? We actually found this article, this report from the British Heart Foundation. It really wasn't geared towards the carnivore lifestyle necessarily, but I think when you're talking about willpower, it's any goal that you have, right? So the first thing that's on this list, and we'll link this down below, but the first thing on the list is reward your effort. And to us, the on carnivore diet, the results are going to be your reward. You start feeling better so fast. I stopped snoring in like the first 10 days of being on carnivore. Pains went away, weight dropped super rapidly. So even if you're just getting into this for weight loss, as that inflammation goes down, people lose 10, 15, 20 pounds within the first couple of weeks in some cases. So that you'll definitely see a lot of rewards coming quickly, and track that, because it's nice to look back on that and see, how far you've come in the period that you were doing this.
yeah. Number two would be believe in yourself. And so for this, we thought, you know, take make big and small goals for yourself and motivate yourself starting with the small goals because they're going to be the easy ones to hit. You may not always hit your larger goals. In fact, I just did a video about I failed miserably on Carnivore because I missed my second goal and pretty drastically. But it doesn't mean I'm going to give up. I'm still hitting all those small goals. And so the rewards you gain will encourage you to achieve your bigger goals and to keep you going.
Absolutely. And number three on the list is actually very much associated with number two. It is clarify your goals. Define why are you adopting this? You know, are you trying to get your beach body back? Are you trying to get healthy again? And what I would say is this doesn't have to be set in stone from day one. A lot of when I first did this, I was thinking about getting my wife healthier and getting me slimmer. That was as deep as I thought into it. But as my own conditions started to clear up that I never thought they would, that became integrated into my new goals. It's like, well, my snoring went away, my foot pain went away. I wonder if I can get rid of the familial tremors which eventually went away, or my eczema which eventually went away. So you can definitely clarify those, and they can be dynamic as you go along.
Yeah. So number four, develop a routine. This one's actually a pretty easy one to help you gain that willpower. And so for me, on the days that I work, I'll make a bunch of bacon and eggs. I'll usually have 5 or 6 uh, eggs along with anywhere from 5 to 7 pieces of bacon. And a lot of times that'll carry me over to the next day. I can almost get a 24-hour fast in on the days I work, and then I keep a desk drawer full of sardines if I do get a little hungry, and that'll help to keep me satiated into the next day. And on my days off, I may or may not have the same thing for breakfast, bacon and eggs. A lot of times, because I'm a night shift worker, I'll sleep later in the day, and then it's close to time for my wife to get off work, and so then I just might wait uh, instead of having the bacon and eggs and just have a couple of big old steaks with my wife in the evening.
Yeah, routines are really critical. For my wife and I, every morning, 7:30, I make basically our butter coffee, or like kind of bulletproof coffee, every weekday, and then right about 11, I turn on the oven to throw the bacon in, so that we can have our bacon and eggs right at about noon every day. And then when we're off of work, I usually get off at about 4 in the afternoon. I immediately go in and start, prepping dinner, whether it's pulling the steaks out and getting them seasoned up to throw on the grill, or whatever I'm making with, ground beef or whatever it is. So just to kind of developing that routine and knowing what's going to come, which actually to me, another benefit of the carnivore diet is it makes things so easy. That you don't have a whole lot of the what do you want for dinner? Well, I don't know. What do you want? That stuff kind of goes away. So next thing on the list, number five, is build up slowly. And this again kind of goes back to what I was saying before, where I had a full on sugar withdrawal. You don't want to do what I did and just start carnivore, or go from a high sugar day to carnivore the next. I think if you watch a lot of the other carnivore doctors and things like that, they usually recommend, kind of ease your way into it through keto, the way my brother did, or
Mhm.
get there slowly. It's it'll be that first 2 weeks will be a lot easier on you if you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any issues, and I didn't have a whole lot going into keto either. Really, I did get some upset stomachs, but the keto flu didn't seem to affect me with keto or carnivore. Not a whole lot, anyways. But anyways, number six, guys, choose the right time, but don't procrastinate. If you procrastinate, you might not ever do it right. But you've heard Doug and I talk about this before around our family ATV trip time in the holidays, and it all just kind of falls together. And so you've heard us talk a lot about the cheating we've done, and it's because we chose the wrong time to do it. We did okay, we did well, and we've made a lot of progress, but we did have those cheating moments that um, probably we might have seen a little more progress faster. Maybe I don't know, but just look ahead on your schedule, but don't procrastinate. Get started right away, um, and because you're going to reap those rewards a lot quicker.
Yeah, definitely. And if I know there's carnivore, channels out there that'll say, "Oh no, you just have just eat steak and just do the lion diet and only this and all that." I don't think that's realistic for most people. Eventually, your grandson's going to have a birthday party and you're going to have a cupcake there. Every once in a while that's okay. But if you can, I would highly recommend once you get onto full carnivore after you have that kind of ease in period, um, go strict for 90 days. Just to get all of the crap out of your system. If you can go strict for that first 90 days, then if you work in some sort of like a planned cheat day, give yourself a little bit of a reward there. But just know the more often you do that, the slower your results are going to come. And so number 7 is be kind to yourself. We are absolutely our own worst critics. You can see a lot of progress, and then all of a sudden you hit a plateau and you start looking down on every mistake you could have made, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have had that slice of cheese on my burger that night or anything like that. You know what? Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. And I think that's definitely true with the carnivore lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Be kind to yourself. Number 8, treat yourself. Be
Yeah.
careful though. Don't treat yourself to processed food or sugar because of what we talked about at the beginning of this video. Sugar is highly addictive, and you don't want to go on that double-edged sword where you're going to fall off the wagon and start eating that junk again. So instead, treat yourself to a big, juicy, delicious ribeye from your favorite restaurant.
Yeah, and what you'll find is once you've been doing this for 90 days, to me, that's all you really want anyway. Even when you find yourself in some of those social situations, I've had some cheat days planned out where I didn't actually end up cheating because I got there and I'm like, you know what? No, it's not worth it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
But for number 9 is get support. If your family's not supportive, if they're telling you you're going to have a heart attack and all that stuff, you got our YouTube channel. There's countless other YouTube channels.
yeah,
This is a very close community, and they're all very supportive. If you don't want to really get involved or go in, maybe if you don't want to join the steak and butter gang or anything that deep, watch some of the videos, comment on our videos, ask questions. We'll all, not just our channel, but I can guarantee you all the channels are more than happy to step in and say, like, okay, here's where you're struggling. I had that too. This is what I did, or this is what I recommend.
yeah. No doubt. We've met some really incredible people. Some that have personally helped us and answered our questions. One of our favorites is Laura Russell. She's helping me work through. I still have blood pressure issues, and so she's helping me work through that. And just a big heart, and we love her. So anyway, number 10, the last one is avoid temptation. Um, Again, those birthday parties or the weekend out with friends. Man, there's going to be all kinds of temptations, and even though you may break the cravings, the temptation may still be there from time to time. So if avoiding means avoiding the party, maybe that's what you got to do. But if you've got the willpower, which is what we're here to talk about, if you've got the willpower to say no, then by all means go have fun with your friends and family, and uh, just just have that willpower to say no.
Yeah. And I think the beauty of the carnivore lifestyle is, again, once you pass that first 90 days, like the willpower after 90 days is just, I don't want it anymore. And when you do, break down like, oh, okay, I'll have that cupcake, or I'll have, whatever. You kind of, after the fact, it's kind of like, wow, that really wasn't worth it. It's
You get the food
you're
hangover.
Yeah, and then you get a food hangover, which is a real thing. You'll definitely feel it the next day. But even the flavor on these things is not, the memory of what they used to taste like is much better than what they actually taste like. And
Yeah.
once you break those food addictions, you'll be amazed at how much you don't even like that stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well, carnivore hunters, if you like this video, comment below. Let us know what you think. If there's something else you do to help you with your willpower and fighting the temptations, comment down below so we can help out others that might be struggling. And do you have anything else, Doug?
No, I think we're good for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, like Rick said, leave us a comment below. Ask us any questions you might have.
Yep. Have a good night, all.